Hello everyone, my name is Un Ri. Welcome to the preview of lecture 4 and I will talk about the hybrid phase locked loops with linear phase detection. So when we design a PLL with advanced CMOS technology, we may prefer using a all-digital PLL architecture. However, even with advanced CMOS technology, many industry prefers using the conventional charge pump PLL or hybrid PLL architectures. As a matter of fact, in ICC 2025, the number of analog and hybrid PLL papers was larger than digital papers in wireless applications. So what is the reason? One of the reasons is that the TTC, time to digital converter, or the digital to time converter is highly sensitive to process voltage and temperature variations. For instance, if we want to design a PLL on the 0.5 volt supply voltage, even with the 50 millivolt supply change of the TDC will make the delay vary over 90%. Even when we are using the voltage doubler to boost the supply voltage of TDC, it does not mean that it can provide the supply rejection. And that means that we still need the LDO to provide the well-regulated supply voltage. And also in the product level design, in most cases, only two supply pins will be available, and then one is reserved for the DCO. And then also large area. So as a result, large area is typically used for to provide deep coupling capacitor to nullify the benefit of a compact area for the all digital PLL design. And then we may also consider mixed mode PLLs, which appeared in many recent papers, so such as sampling PD. But anyhow, most mixed mode PLLs, the performance also still heavily depend on the performance of the digital to time converter, and then key performance still reliance on some analog technique using the digital to analog converter or sampling the PD issues. So finally, in this year, in ICC 2026, there are 3 papers in one PLL section talking about the supply insensitive DTC design, showing that how critical it is to design a robust DTC to provide good performance, to achieve good PLL performance. So now let's talk about some analog case. So this is one prototype PLL having the voltage mode linear PD only, directly followed by the low pass filter. So this is type 1 hyoid PLL. And in this case, we made the loop bandwidth constant by changing the loop parameter. And then we only change the supply voltage of the phase detector. So unlike the TDC, where the time resolution really determines the in-band phase noise, in the case of the analog PD, as you see here, as expected, the small fluctuation of the supply voltage, actually it's not small fluctuation, from 0.45 to 0.75 volt, if we keep the same bandwidth, not to be affected by the VC phase noise, then this in-band noise coming from the phase detector does not change much. So this is the benefit of analog phase detector. So we may consider the hybrid loop control to realize the type 2 PLL, since modern PLL design assumes the overdamped loop. The reason is that we don't need a fast settling time by the loop dynamics up from the underdamped loop. Instead, we can directly control the on-chip VCO so that we can pre-tune the initial frequency very close to the desired frequency. So we can just implement the detail, the integral path to provide the slow frequency acquisition. And then fast phase tracking can be done by this analog proportional gain path. In the way, all the performance of the phase noise and spur will be mostly determined by this analog law. And then we have a very infinitesimal phase resolution, so it is more immune to the supply voltage variation. But one of the disadvantages is that we have a bias current and charge pump. So if we want to remove the bias current, and also we don't want to have a current noise contribution of the charge pump, we may consider charge pumpless fractional and hybrid PLL. So this is one example. We use the flip-flop PD directly followed by the low-pass filter. But this flip-flop PD has the bi-level output, so toggling output, so reference pump might be a little bit higher, so we need a programmable notch filter here. So then we can show that also in the voltage mode phase section like a TDC or DTC, also when we use this one as a fractional MPLL, the even high frequency tone outside loop bandwidth can affect the PD nonlinearity. So in this case, we employ the FIL filtering technique to nullify the high frequency PD nonlinearity due to the supply voltage. And then to achieve low reference power without using a notch filter, we may consider time interleaved flip-flop PD. So in this way, even by using a two flip-flop PD, we can realize the tri-state phase detection like the PFD. So if when phase is locked, there is no toggling effect. So which is one benefit of using this kind of architecture. So we can achieve low reference power. So this technique, along with the voltage mode phase interpolation technique, was employed to achieve a very low voltage delta sigma HPLL. And also we show that by having a voltage mode PD, PI instead of a time domain compensation, still even with the supply modulation with a high frequency, which is even outside the bandwidth, this one still can degrade the PD nonlinearity. But in this case, we show that the PLL can be more immune to the supply voltage variation. And then finally, this kind of architecture is useful to realize a fully synthesizable PLL with linear phase detection. So this is kind of a first synthesizer PLL with analog proportional gain path, and then which is designed biologically or physically synthesized with digital cells and hardware languages. So all details will be discussed in May. So I look forward to meeting you in May. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye.